The Lord shall visit you.
Yeah, what are you going to do in that day, man? Like, that's when everyone doesn't know when it says in their affliction they shall seek me early.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be too late then.
I mean, listen, we're living in a free system, and I mean, when I say free, you know what I mean? People are free to do whatever they want, you know?
Benefits.
If you want to stay in the kingdom, in this kingdom, you stay there. You live your life. As for us, we try to, we the next. That's how we think. So we have to now edify ourselves and get ourselves ready.
Ja! Rastafari.
All right. That's right. We're going to sing that day.
No, over here it ain't.
We're going to sing that day. That day we're going to see.
Sirach chapter 2 verse 15. They that fear Yahweh will not disobey his word.
That's right.
And they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear Yahweh will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be fulfilled with the law.
That's right.
They that fear Yahweh will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight.
So they that fear the Most High, they're going to prepare their minds and humble their soul. That pride, you're going to get rid of that pride.
Saying, we will fall into the hands of Yahweh and not into the hands of men.
That's right.
For us,
hold on, it says not into the hands of men. So like that end fact, falling into the hands of men. No? Where it says, let me put it on this slide before you got that phone. It says not falling into the hands of men. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 in verse 5. It says, thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Right? Yeah?
Sirach 2:18, saying, we will fall into the hands of Yahweh and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
And you ain't going to receive no mercy if you don't change. Yeah? 17. Yeah.
On Second Esdras. Book of Second Esdras, chapter 2.
You know your Israel, my brother?
Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13. I'll take it from 13 again from the top. And it reads, now therefore set thine house in order.
That's right. Get yourself right, man.
And reprove thy people.
And that's what we're going to do out here.
That's what we're going to do.
If you don't want to reprove, like I keep telling people, it's a long road. There's no need for you to stop there. Just keep walking, man.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
And that corruption goes into all this Egyptian foolishness as well. You know? That's corruption, because it's not going to bring you nowhere. It's not going to get you It's never even got... Those that actually believe in Egypt, what have you actually taught us to benefit us as a people?
That's the point.
Don't even worry about it. Let's worry about
Verse 4.
Let's worry
The God of Abraham, Jacob and Isaac, say repent your sins and
Verse 14 of 2nd Esdras 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Yeah, that worldly thought. It's like, one foot in, one foot out. Let go, just step in, like jump in.
You know what I'm saying? You're in the truth, but you don't feel comfortable being in the truth 100%. You're in the truth, but you still got, one hand in the world and stuff.
Yeah.
Just, man, be in the truth, man. Be proud of it.
That's right.
Embrace it, man. There's nothing wrong with being in the truth.
Right.
Just because they don't understand it, just because your family members don't understand it, just because your friend don't understand it, just because your girlfriend that's about to leave you, or your wife that's about to leave you, vice versa, don't understand it. It don't mean you're not in the right thing.
They don't want to take the shame from y'all.
Exactly.
That's right.
What y'all say, if you're offended in me, then when the time comes, I'll be offended
in you.
It's the same thing. So be proud of being an Hebrew. Don't try to be an American Hebrew Israelite. a British Hebrew Israelite. When I look at you, I'm like, I don't know if somewhere you're embracing that you want to be a hip-hop Hebrew Israelite.
So are you reading something right
You know
now?
what I mean?
Can I just quickly just bring this out quickly? This is Sirach 33 and 14. Good is set against evil, life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
So that means once you get in this truth, you never, sometimes you don't get along with the people then. The people you can get along with. You might get along with one or two and that's it. The rapper next to you, they look at you like you got 10 heads. When they see you wearing your fringes, or when you say I'm keeping the Sabbath, when you move a certain way, they see you like a strange guy. But let it be so, you're not a strange guy. It is what it is, you know? So let us be in this truth, man. Don't go and bring out other ways. You know, the word you wanna mix it with the truth. You can't mix it with the truth, man. The truth is like oil or water, or water, and then the word is like, let's say oil and water, they don't mix. If you put oil and water, they will never mix. Maybe after cooking, but you always come on the scoop.
You see it, right? You see it, kernel.
Always right at the top,
Kernel.
Second Ezra 14, verse 14.
That's not a precept, but yeah, carry on.
Bring it out.
Yep. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
And that's what that is. That's a
That's
weak
right.
nature, man.
Weak nature.
Nothing in the world is actually worthwhile.
He says something that is intelligent. You know why he's intelligent? When did he say nothing in the word? Why? Because we are weak right now, right?
That's
We're
right.
in captivity, we are weak.
right.
So it means that nothing in this captivity will benefit us. That's why I'm so happy now we know the truth. Because the truth makes you strong. It even makes you more, it raise your IQ, man. Have you noticed that? The truth raise your IQ, man. Because you want to look up word, you want to read books, history, you want to look into history, become intelligent all of a sudden. Smart all of a sudden. When you have a conversation, you're different from other people. All they want is a car, a house, and worldly things, a little money. We don't want that, man. We know something better. Listen, we gods, man. We are gods, but the Most High struck us with a curse. So take away that curse and you will see what the Most High will do in your life. He just don't want you to be blessed in this kingdom, because this kingdom is foolishness.
And it's going down, man.
It's going down. He wants a new thing. Then he will bless you.
You want a room in a sinking ship. You know, you want the penthouse in a building that's going down.
I'm going to precept.
That's funny, buddy.
And that's what our people love, man. Folly.
Why is it evil? Why is it funny?
Yeah, I'm going to precept. 1 Corinthians 9 and 24.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? Look at that. Listen to this, you know. You're not playing. So run that ye may obtain, right? And every man that striveth,
Run that you may contain.
obtain. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize?
That's right.
One's going to receive the prize, man, and that's those that enjoy it to the end.
That's
Yeah,
right.
those are the ones that can receive this prize.
Man, that's scary, man. That's why we have to be serious with
We're
people.
all in this race, but some of us want to like walk, while others are running, trying to get to the finish line, and man like just dragging their foot and yeah, well, I'm over there, so you good? Yeah.
Taking time.
You know what I'm saying? It can't work, man.
Nah, man, this truth is
It
deep.
can't work. And look how it's gone dark. The day of the Lord is going to be a day of darkness.
That's right.
Right, that was down
Yeah, this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verses 21.
Bring it out.
Ye cannot drink the cup of the Yahweh, Hashem and Mashiach Yahushua,
That's right.
and the cup of devils.
Yeah, so you can't be in the world and trying to be in this truth at the same time.
That's right.
It's one or the other. Because what's going to happen? You're going to get spewed out.
Oh, man, that's scary.
You're going to get spewed out. Like, what do you think, when you read Matthew 7 and 21, it talks about, didn't we, I think you brought it out earlier on, didn't we prophesy in your name, Lord, did we do this in your name? But what did he say? Apart from me, ye that work iniquity. Yeah?
I was watching a movie yesterday. A Nigerian movie on Netflix. And it was to deal with prostitute. They wanted to go to an internet. So they came to the guy, and the black guy, he was his face looking, very low, like a demon, And he was telling the girl, he has got free group, like you, team A, you, team B, you, team C, right? And you know what came in my mind? I was like, this is what's going to happen. So you've got like the spaceship, right? The most said like that. You come in, Judah. You, no. You come in. Stay there. So the whole time you did the work, you preach, you did your thing, only to find out that you're not accepting. Then I started to go like, yo, I need to take this thing seriously. And that's what's going to happen. And they will be like, Lord, we did prophesy your name. Like that, I don't know you, man. I don't know you.
Your light was the five that were shining over here. Your five are stuck at the door outside. You try banging on the door.
I always say this, man.
Right.
You can lie to people, but you can't lie to yourself.
And you can't lie to Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 21, I read it again. He cannot drink the cup of Yahweh, Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahushai, and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of Yahweh's, Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahushai's table and the table of devils.
So you still love that world, man. Yeah? It says, those that love the world.
No, when brother speaks.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 9. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike, hateful unto God, Yahweh power.
So if you're going to sit at the table with these devils, man, you're just alike as the ungodly people, man. Like, don't be trying to mix, like you said, mix the oil, mix the iron with the clay.
Yeah, mix the iron, that's better. Yeah. When you say all the Holy Spirit, when you say, what's the word, so I can get clay with the iron, man. That's the best.
Iron with the clay.
But isn't there also a scripture that says if you cleave unto them, both shall be thrust through?
Oh, Isaiah 13. Bring that out, bro.
Can I read that one quickly, please? Hebrews 12 and 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us.
It says so easily. So, like, if you're not careful, that's why it says examine yourself, man. You have to keep examining yourself, see, am I going off, like, what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong?
Real brothers, real brothers that are courageous and men enough to tell you when you go off. That will help a lot, man.
And don't correct your brother with pride either, because you're going off.
No pride.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But you get some people, they'll be correcting you, but then you want to, like, you want to be
proud about it. No.
Of 14? 13 and 14.
From 14 onwards.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
And this is in them times, sheep are valuable possessions.
That's right.
You're seeing a raggedy, like it looks like it's got some infestation in it. You're not going to want to touch that, man.
They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Say that again?
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Bearing in mind and hand into the Babylon society, you're going to get thrust through. Because he warns you, Revelations 18.
This is my 30 years now.
Bring it. Anyone just bring that again? Bring that one. He warns you to do something. Bring it up.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4.
Give it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Do what?
Come out of her, my people.
Do what?
Come out of her, my people.
Come out of Babylon. You get me? Babylon system that's going on. We have to come out of this society, man. You know what I mean? Working on Sabbath days, forgetting the holy days, the Feast of Tabernacles, trumpets, and Pentecost.
That's right. It says that ye be not partakers of her sins.
Ye be what?
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
So when it says come out of her, we're not actually going to just get teleported out of the world. We're coming out of the philosophies of the mind.
Right.
Colossians 2:8 says, lest any man spoil you through vain deceit, man, and philosophies, man.
Right. Like that brother was spoiled.
So when you're spoiled, when you're spoiled, when you're spoiled, you're looking like the lamb that no man, the sheep that no man want to take that up. We're looking at you. We're like, wait, okay, if we follow your forces, what we gonna? What's our principles? What we gonna
end up like
abide by? You know what I mean? With these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're away from sin. I would not have known sin if it wasn't for the laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's
man.
right.
It's like when you meditate day and night, you start realizing you don't even read it; it becomes innate. The words just come out of you, and the spirit just. That's why we have to use this as our school.
That's right.
Go back to the 13.
Right.
Hold on.
Back to 13.
That ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah. Right. If you don't want to receive the fire and brimstone.
Hey, it's not about you being in the midst and you're not gonna have to pay for it. There's a price to pay for these things, man.
And these plagues are our own people. So when you're seeing your own people laying his hands on you, you're like, wait. You know what I mean? Like, I am not on your team. Like, I've been through the same slavery, the same hardship. We're saying, for us to come out of that same hardships from the West Coast, from the South Americans, from all over the four winds, for us to come out of this mindset of Babylon, we have to say, yo, let's connect with the Most High, then we will rise together. We'll be that strong arm.
That's right.
Lack of faith, lack of works.
And that's what's going to get you through. Like, if you ain't got no faith, like, really and truly, what is your faith in? Like, what is your faith in? It's like, is your faith in Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, or Esau and his system, or what? Egypt, like, what is your faith in? You know, and then in that day, we're going to see who's going to stand firm in it. But you know what? Let me put the business out. This is Joe. What are you doing? This is another one of my favorite scriptures. Job chapter 38.
Brothers?
Yes, my brother. Yeah, have a good day, my brother.
Just one, like the COVID, everything happening, the pandemic. I believe these are signs.
That's right. Signs of wonder.
It's coming. So let me just read.
Bring it out.
Romans 13 verse 11.
That's right.
And that knowing the time, now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That's
right.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
That's right. Yeah. That was a beautiful scripture. This is Job chapter 40, and I'll start at verse 10. It says, deck thyself now with majesty and excellency, and array thyself with glory and beauty. Cast abroad the rays of thy wrath, and behold everyone that is proud, and abase him. Look on everyone that is proud, and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. Here's the point. Once you can do all of that, then will I also confess unto thee that thy own right hand can save thee. So, what's your trust in? Like, my trust is going to be in the Most High, because I can't do none of that. I know He can.
Pick it up. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 13. 14. Verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
And this is what's happening at the moment. Everyone is going to their own lands. Russia done a recall for everyone to come back. Ghana's trying to do a recall, the year of return. Everyone's trying to right now go to their own land, gather yourselves together, a nation of desire. The Most High is telling you, look, get yourselves, if you're right people that, like Robert said, that are right-minded, kingdom-minded, and help each other, man, in these times.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
That's why you need to be together with your people, man. Because he's going to use the sword, literally, his sword is his people. So you will get thrust through. So when you see his people saying, why are you always with the so-called white woman? Why are you always with the so-called Chinese girl? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why are you always with these people? And you need to be with your own, chiefly with your own brothers, your own kings.
You remember me? Before Corona, yeah?
Verse 16.
Meet you there.
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces.
What?
Their children also shall be dashed to
They
pieces.
said they're going to even dash the little children, man. Because we don't want that mix-up in the kingdom, man. It says,
And on the spiritual level as well, when talking about, read that part again. I want to break it down spiritually.
Their children also shall be.
A bit up, a bit up.
Oh, so verse 15? All right. When they shall be thrust through.
Yeah.
Right. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
So when you read 14, it talks about everyone should go. When it's, yeah, you got a physical part where nation will go, but as far as us in the truth, it's like going into like a fortress, which is the word of the Most High, which is the law, which is the protection.
Yeah.
Right? So for all those now who stay in the worldly state of mind, in the Babylonian state of mind, they will be thrust through as well. If you don't change your ways, you're in the truth, but yet you act like you're not in the truth.
You're lukewarm in the truth.
You are technically hand in hand with these wicked nations. Because the nation is not necessarily what you see. It's the system.
Right.
It's the mentality. You need to come out of that, man. Because you will be thrust through.
That's right.
Being in the truth is not enough. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you're Hebrew Israelite and knowing, like, joining the camp, wearing the fringes, keeping the Sabbath is not enough. Because if you still have that mindset, that American Hebrew Israelite and that British Hebrew Israelite and that French Hebrew Israelite,
yeah. Take away the Gentile.
you'll be done, man. That's how we deal with you. Yeah, we finish it.
Okay,
yeah. This is Sirach, chapter 6, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Not even just those in the of the other nations. We got enemies amongst our own people. Yeah. If you're not in this truth,
It says, do not I hate them that.
Enemy is whoever is a snare unto you.
that's right.
An enemy is something that is not beneficial to your work, to your walk, your spiritual life. Yeah, that's what it can be. Esau, it can be anything. It can be your neighbor. It can be it can be the person you're sleeping with every day.
It could be Judas, your own brother, man.
Your own brother. They're basically their lifestyle, and whether they're pushing onto you, it's gonna kill you basically. Separate yourself, man.
Yeah, when it does say separate, it's definitely talking about the philosophies of them.
That's
and
right.
them, their beliefs, their way of life, their philosophy. I mean, you cannot walk away from them. We physically have to work with them. But it's talking about their beliefs, the way they live, the way they don't keep no laws and all that. That's how you separate.
But then at some point, it's going literally people are gonna move. Like there will be separation. People going, like, for example, there will be couple people gonna have to divorce, man. That will be the only way for you to be saved. Because if you stay with them, what's that gonna bring them?
They're in a trap.
And just to add to what the brother just said, usually when a couple are married and the wife makes the decision that she's going to leave her husband, usually it's a mental thing. So what happens is before she physically leaves him, she's mentally and emotionally left him already. Just to add to the point.
So Sirach 6 and 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
That's right.
Take heed of those that's in the truth.
That's right.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
That's right.
And he that have found such as such and one have found a treasure.
I'll give you an example, man. You can be in a situation and you know that, wow, I'm not sure that I'm doing. I know what the Lord is talking about. Go and try and talk to your friend. You're like I was working at National Theatre, right? At that time, I was in the camp. I was having it with someone that's married. And I asked the guy, I was like, I was being tormented. I was like, you know, I'm having these, it's not good. It's not yet. She wants something serious. So I said, no, I don't want something serious. She's my friend. I'm thinking, all she wants is to give her a little thing. And I'm looking at him like that, boy. That's not the answer. But if I talk to this brother now, he would tell me, yo. He would even bring in the word to say, this is what the Bible says. Exactly. Don't touch people while
Exactly.
You see how good it is to be with someone that is in the truth?
Remember the Psalms, we brought this out on the chapter, Psalms 133. Psalms 133. And verse 1, it says, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
That's right. And that's why I say, when it's not to dwell together to eat some church, or to drink some liquor, some
That's nice too.
It's not just that. It's as well like the brother going through something. He got stuck in a situation and then he's calling you because he knows you're going to tell him the truth. Sometimes you need that word of encouragement, man. That word that will help you. Because sometimes, like, the sin is very strong. Sometimes you need a word of saying, like, yo, don't do that. Like, that's enough for you to say, you know what, I'm stopping.
Yeah.
Realness.
And even your brothers like praying and praying for one another. Man. Remember, it says don't pray for the ungodly, man, but the ones that are around you.
Bring that one.
Yeah. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 9 and 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. Verse 12. Delight not in the things that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
That's going back into Proverbs 3 and 31. Envy thou not the oppressor. Choose none of his ways, man. So if you're in this truth, you can't be envying what these other people are doing. You have to come out fully. Yeah? Get that total. You know when you got a computer, when you got a computer and it's not running properly. Yeah, sometimes you can't save certain things. You just have to like wipe it clean and start fresh. And when you come into this truth, this is what you have to do, man. You just have to wipe the hard drive, man.
Brother, they just want to read.
I want to save some of the software.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if you struggle with something, but at some point, come out of it. You can't be looking for the word. You can't be looking for the word to like. You get what I'm saying?
And that's what atoning is, right? Atoning is obviously remembering your past and your ancestors and the transgressions we've kept.
You can't be looking for the word. What am I saying again, man? I lost it. Moments I just lost my phone.
Yeah, but we can't be going.
You can't be saying in the word at the same time. I don't know what the text is. They got disconnected.
Yeah, the world of the ungodly. You can't stay in that world, that mindset.
Oh yeah, I was saying that.
And then
you can't be, okay, if you come in, let's say you're struggling, working anything, and then you came in the truth, right? And then Mosai showed you through his word that he helped you. So now you have to engage the Muslim will say a jihad. Right. Like a holy war against that sin. But instead of what people, you know what brothers do, they will look for like a scripture and try to justify their wickedness in the truth. That's not that, man. That's dangerous, man. That's not good at all.
Just like the brother that was trying to justify the end fact. When Jeremiah 16:16, like these brothers were
He didn't even understand. The hardest part is coming when right around Yahushua is coming. It's not coming now. Alright? It's when the spiritual powers, this is the 144, the hunters, man. Okay? The governing body of Yahushua.
That's right.
It's not, they ain't gonna come right now. I mean, it's us.
like Joel 2.
Hopefully.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. But then, from the fishers, they will become hunters. But then he trying to justify, hey, it's okay to pick up arm anyway, because that's not understanding the word. So if you don't understand it, be humble to kind of learn it. Don't just run with it. But that would be a destruction. That's not going to stand.
But they love unrighteousness, the Most High gave them over to a strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
And also, if you're picking up arms, what you're actually saying is, I'm relying on my own strength to fight my battle. When this is a spiritual war.
And what did the Most High just say in Job? Do all of these things, then I will say you're right and you can save.
That's right.
Meaning you can't save yourself.
That's right.
All right? You can't do it.
That's why we're still in this. That's why we're still in this condition. That's why our people, even in our own countries, are at the bottom of the barrel. Even in Jamaica, even in Trinidad, even in anywhere you go. Because we're relying on our own strength. We have to rely on Yahushua.
There's no point now.
Yeah, I know.
Sirach, chapter 8, verse 17. Consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep counsel. Now, like the brother was saying, the certain things you'll get from a fool ain't gonna be the things you hear from a wise man.
That's right. That's right. It's not gonna get it far.
Bring out yours.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24. And it reads, a man's going is of the Lord.
That's right.
How can a man then understand his own way?
That dude that came up here earlier on, like, going back to him again, you know, the brother said, is like, the Most High did that anyway. Like,
Bugged him out.
it is what it is. Like, everyone that's come up here today was the Most High that brought them up here. You know?
That's right.
And we have to learn from that we don't get bugged. Imagine he could have bugged us out like that. Really and truly.
And that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
That's really scary.
The thing is like, right, that's why you have to work, because you can be in the truth and then wake up in the morning and then you're worked out. So that's why you have to be diligent and you have to be faithful.
Jude chapter 1 verse 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lusts.
This is Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 24. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness, that's why when you hear Christians say, I'm saved, this is someone that's righteous turning away from the righteousness. How come this person weren't saved?
Or Nazarites believing in the Egyptian.
But when the righteous turn away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he has done shall not be mentioned. In his trespass that he has trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned, them shall he die. And we can't, you have to change, man. You have to change. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
In the truth and then there's no growth. You have to fight. Let's use it as like, let's take the example of Mayweather. When Mayweather started, he was just a young guy, but then look how he grew and look at what he's making. That's worthy. Let's be like him spiritually. We want it. We want to grow, no matter what's happening. Because think about this: if you're broke, if you're broke in this society, just know that it's not going to be forever, because this society is getting broke as well. Rich people are getting broke daily in this society. In this society, this kingdom is finished. This kingdom is finished. And very soon, money and silver, that money ain't gonna mean nothing. Very soon, your wisdom and your knowledge will mean everything.
That's going to be the new currency.
The place will be trading.
Bro, you know what? It is kind of like dry bones because they're actually holding on to like the people that I've seen in the world that trying to do headphone parties. And they're trying to go to, you know what I mean? Now the school now is on Zoom.
Yeah, online.
So you have to do school online for the for children. That's how this world is done. They're trying to hold on to a string that's most probably a web. The string's turned into a spider web. It's about to pop,
and they're still grabbing onto it.
It's done.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9.
Get up.
But as it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High has prepared for them that love him. But the Most High has revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. So this is why we strive for this, because we can see past all of this foolishness that's in this world that it's no good. Yeah? But we don't even, like, we can only imagine what the Most High has in store for us. But it says, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
And do you know what it is? What is prepared for us? He's prepared for us to actually hear the sound of the heathens crying, bro. To see their destruction, like Yahweh Ratazar. Like, wouldn't you like to see that, brother? Like us being at the bottom, rising up. You know?
You want to hear it again?
Bring it out again. Oh, bring it up one.
Oh, 61.
Yeah, 1601. Yeah, man. So we have to renew our mind, Israel. We can't say we're in this truth and we're still acting worldly. And it's a process at the end of the day. Like, if you're fooled, get back up. Don't stay fooling, man.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, Yahweh power.
So you have to fear Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shem.
That's right. That's right.
This is, first of all, before I read my closing scripture, I'll read Ecclesiasticus 21.
Before you go there, I'll give you testimony. Every time this brother was reading that, in the beginning, when I was in my foolishness, when I was trying to certain scene, when he read I was like, that shit used to play on my mind. But when he read it today, I'm like, yes, you know? That I was fighting the thing. I'm like, no, I'm not letting that shit take me down there to read it. It will put music to my ear.
Pardon his friends.
That's what it says. We don't fight against
And the thing is, he does speak.
we don't fight against things, but spiritual. Yeah, spiritual.
Right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 21 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
And it reads, He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof.
That's right.
And the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom. And as always, this is my closing scripture for all that we have said from the Sabbaths before to this one again. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13, and it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. And this is the conclusion of all that we brought out today thus. Yeah? And it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
That's right.
For this is...
And you know why? Because he will jack you up.
But let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
The Israelites.
The Israelite man, woman and child. And verse 14, for God shall bring every work into judgment. So if you think you're going to escape, think again. With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
That's right.
There's something I want to pull on top before we close out. Yeah, this is 2nd Esdras. Chapter 8. 2nd Esdras chapter 8. Slakia. Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 56.
Bring it up.
For while we lived and committed iniquity, we considered not that we should begin to suffer for it after death.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to close out and give our praises
To Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kadash.
Check us here next week as always. We out.
Yeah, like, it's spirits, man.
You know what? It was beautiful.